Hi everyone! Today we're going to make portraits inspired by Romero Britto. You can use a photo of your own pet. You can go on the internet and search for different pets, such as a cat, a dog, a hamster, an iguana, any type of pet. I'm going on Google and I'm searching for a cat. Once you find the picture that you like, click on the photo and you can either save it or you can copy and paste it into a blank Microsoft Word document. After you've got the photo in your Microsoft Word document, the next step is you want to crop the photo so it fits nicely on your Word document. I'm going to make my picture slightly less wide, so I'm going to drag the corners of the crop tool in just a bit. My Microsoft Word document is also in portrait mode, so I am going to change the orientation from portrait to landscape to make it nice and long. It doesn't matter how you create your pet portrait. Now I'm going to take one of the corners of my photo and enlarge my photo so it fills the Microsoft Word document page. The next step is I'm going to make the margins narrow by clicking on margins and making them narrow so it fills my page. The most important part of this is we're going to turn down the transparency to 50%. We want to make the photo much lighter so we can draw on top of it. And the next step is you're going to take your pen tool using black and trace over all of the important details of your pet. If there's anything in your environment that you want to include, such as this basket, trace over it. I'm tracing over some of the details in the fur, the eyes, the nose, and that's about it for now. Now that we've traced over all of our important details, we're going to turn down the transparency of the photo even more, all the way down to 95%, which is on the right side of the transparency option. Turning down the transparency allows us to see the photo. Romero Britto, a lot of the times, will split the face of a portrait or a person in half. So I'm going to take the black pen and split the cat's face in half. So that way, part of the face will be one color and the other side can be another color. I'm also going to split up the background into two sections so I can utilize different colors in my background. Now I'm going to select the color of my choosing and fill in large areas of color. I decided to go with light blue and purple for my background. Remember, it's okay to go over the black lines a little bit because we can right-click and bring them forward. Don't forget to bring those black lines forward as you begin to work and fill in your background colors. That way they don't get lost at the end. Now I'm going to start filling in my basket. I'm using various shades of yellow. I'm going to also use some light brown. Again, there's a lot of black lines there, so I want to try to select those lines, those black lines, and bring them to the front. You can put anything around your pet. You don't have to recreate what's in the photograph. If you want to add new details in, if you want to add a table, if you want to add a doghouse, sky, clouds, you can add whatever you'd like in your pet portrait composition. So right here, I'm just bringing all of those black lines forward because they're starting to get lost. I'm beginning to fill in the face, and what I noticed about Romero Britto's pet portraits are sometimes he keeps the face quite light. So I'm going to keep the face pretty light. I'm actually going to keep the right-hand side of the face white completely. I also noticed that Romero Britto uses a lot of glitter in his paintings. So I noticed that the digital pen option has glittery options. So towards the top of the cat's head, I'm adding some gold and I will add some silver glitter in there. So notice I'm selecting the gold glitter, or I'm sorry, the silver glitter, and I'm going to be filling that in on the other half of the face. Remember that black line is separating the face, so I can add different colors. I put a giant line in the background, but it also crossed over the right ear. So I'm going to repeat that bronzy golden glitter paint on that ear. I also want to bring back my black line. So I right click and I bring to front. I noticed that Romero Britto, on a lot of his portraits, he might have a circle or a heart or a star on the cheek of his figures. So I decided to add a heart on the cheek of my cat. The next step and the final step, because I have all of my color filled in, I intentionally left part of the face white. Now it's time for patterns. I'm doing a loop-de pattern on my basket, and I'm doing a cluster of circles, 3 circles, and I'm repeating that throughout the basket. I also want to add pattern into the light blue background. I'm adding various lines and squiggly C shapes, similar to what Britto uses. I decided to leave the purple without any pattern for some negative space. Feel free to add your signature in the bottom right-hand corner. And we are all done. We have our Britto pet portrait. I can't wait to see what you guys create.